The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment, heard on the official website of HEW Entertainment. It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
To be the man, you gotta be the man. Whoa.
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Arkham is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729280. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729280. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the world heavyweight champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us HEWWrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here.
Now streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. Comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now.
Getting fixed up when you wake up, you're pretty enough. Look out your window at the cloud of dust. That's my headlights, that's my truck. Come on baby, don't you keep me waiting. I gotta go, I got a reservation. Tailgate for two underneath the stars. Kiss on your lips when you're in my arms. Whoa, girl, every now and then you get a night like this. Whoa, and this is one that we don't wanna miss, no. So come on baby, let me take you on a night ride. Windows down, sitting on my side. Tick-tock, now we're knocking on midnight. Me and you, girl, running out of moonlight. I wanna hold you till the break of dawn. Hear the crickets sing a riverside love song. Hey baby, all we got is all night. Come on now, we're running out of moonlight. Girl, I bet you thought I lost my mind. Out of the blue, pulling into your drive. Wonder why I got you way out here. Have you ever seen a sky this clear? Oh, girl, you never look better than you do right now. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Come on, baby, let me take you on a night ride. Windows down, sitting on my side. Tick-tock, now we're knocking on midnight. Me and you, girl, running out of moonlight. I wanna hold you till the break of dawn. Hear the crickets sing a riverside love song. Hey baby, all we got is all night. But come on now, we're running out of moonlight. Girl, every now and
Fans should be excited for the release of Batman Arkham City Origins, the follow-up to Batman Arkham City from 2011. It's just been a little over 2 years since the last Batman video game was distributed on all major video game consoles, including the PC. And now this October, if you haven't already heard, Batman Arkham City Origins, which of course is the follow-up to the original Batman Arkham City, and even before that, if you want to go back a little further, Batman Arkham Asylum is going to be released, and it's one of the most highly anticipated releases for a Batman game in the last half of a decade. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke. There you see the graphics for all of the video game titles pertaining to Batman Arkham City Origins, the video game titles to be released for the PS3, the Xbox 360 Kinect, the Nintendo Wii, and even there's a PC version of this video game. Are you excited just as many Batman fans are for the release of this video game? Maybe even a Batman fan will talk about this video game for us. Let us know on Facebook at facebook.com/HW Entertainment, on Twitter at JonathanClarke1, and on YouTube at youtube.com/JonathanClarke22, where you can leave us some comments in pertention to the release of Batman Arkham City Origins, one of the most detailed video games when it comes to graphical presentation. The controller feel certainly will be updated, and the storyline is something that I'm looking forward to, a different storyline that has never been created or distributed for a Batman video game. If you're familiar with the Batman Arkham City themed video games, they are pretty detailed. They have an extensive controller feel, and they have a great graphical presentation. But one thing that stands out about this video game is the graphical presentation and how it has improved over the last 2 years. As fun as it was seeing the new graphically designed Batman for the Injustice Gods Among Us video game released on many different video game consoles a couple of weeks ago, I'm really excited even more so for the release of a Batman-themed video game for the new graphically designed Batman and the enhanced characters and gameplay, because this is going to be a whole different feel for a Batman game that has never been distributed before. Some of the controls will be similar to the previous Batman video game titles, but I'm looking forward to seeing how the control feel has updated along with the graphical presentation, because graphical presentation has always been a big thing for me for a video game, and that's really what pulls me in and makes me make the final decision to purchase a video game. If the control feel really doesn't have what I'm looking for, or the graphical presentation along with the game's story plot, it doesn't really intrigue me to purchase the video game. So those are a couple of key features that I'm going to be looking for the release of Batman Arkham City Origins. Batman Arkham City Origins also has a brand new villain that has never been featured in a Batman video game before as the main villain and the focal point of why Batman is doing what he's doing in his mission for the video game. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun to find out what villains Batman encounters and what obstacles he has to overcome as he strives for justice in Gotham City. You know, the Batman Arkham City video game in 2011 was advertised significantly well, and Warner Brothers will spend on advertising for this video game, not only just on advertising but on merchandise as well. Usually there's a product catalog included with every Batman video game title that's been distributed, and the amount of merchandise they distributed for the previous Arkham City themed video games was outstanding. They even released a book based on the Arkham City Asylum, and they also had a lot of t-shirts and different things released in the product catalog. They'll have an entirely different line of merchandise released for this video game to increase the amount of cash flow they will earn from the release of Batman Arkham City Origins. Going back to what I initially said, you know, they will not only spend on the detail of the video game, they will also spend on an extensive amount of merchandise to increase their revenue they will create from the release of Batman Arkham City Origins. There will be a product catalog included, and there's also going to be an extensive amount of downloadable content, which is a huge enhancement for video gamers this day and age, especially if you're a huge fan of online gaming. Not only can you take your video game experience online, but you can also download an extensive amount of downloadable content to enhance your video game experience. And Batman video games usually have an extensive amount of downloadable content and additional characters you can play in the video game from their point of view. I know Catwoman as a downloadable and playable character for Batman Arkham City, and playing the video game from her point of view was a huge plus for the video game. You could actually download her as an extension of the video game that was included. You had a redemption code that was included with Batman Arkham City. You could type it in through your PlayStation console and download her point of view of the Arkham City video game. So once you completed the video game as Batman, you could play it from an entirely different point of view of another character, and I hope something along those lines is included with Batman Arkham City, especially how Catwoman is portrayed as a favorite in this video game and not as a villain. It's a unique twist on the Catwoman character. She's always had a bit of confliction ever since her premiere in the Batman comics. Was she a good person? Was she a bad person? You decide as you play from her point of view in the Arkham City video games, and hopefully in Batman Arkham City City Origins, and if you do not play as Catwoman, hopefully you'll play as an entirely different character. Maybe you'll play as Robin and his point of view in the video game. Really disappointed how Robin wasn't a huge part of Batman Arkham City from 2011. Hopefully he'll have a better initiative I'm looking for in Batman Arkham City Origins, as well as the other characters will as well. One of the cool things about the Batman video game releases also is every villain has a unique role in the video game, and every villain has just as much to do with the video game as the initial villain, who is really the focal point of the video game. Arkham City Origins will have an entirely different villain apart from the Joker, who dies in Batman Arkham City, and I think that it's going to be fun, finding out what happens to the Joker, why this villain is doing what he's doing, and how the follow-up is released to the Joker's death. Will the Joker make an appearance in Batman Arkham City Origins? That will be a unique twist if the Joker faked his death and somehow surprised us all and returned in Batman Arkham City Origins with an entirely different reason to go after Batman. I was a huge fan of how the story played out in Batman Arkham City, and when the Joker died, I was left with a lot of questions, just as many Batman video game fans were when the Joker died in the video game after the final fight between Batman and Clayface, after Clayface had posed as the